Hi guys, it's Jody. Today's video I am doing a collab with a few other of my artist friends. I have done a couple of collabs in the past on this channel and they are all the same people. We're just doing it all together as a big group. So I have Haritha from HR Art, Mandy from Hope Designs, Angie from Angie's Art and Creative Corner, and Muna from Mona Rosa Art. So the premise is we all had to submit a pictorial image of a color palette we wanted to use, and then somebody drew, kind of put our names in a hat and drew a name, and that's the one we were all going to do. And Haritha's name was drawn, so her palette was Monarch Butterfly Colors, and I will put the picture right here. The bloom was up to us. It wasn't a specific bloom type. It was, a regular bloom, a modified bloom, an embellished bloom, a bloom swipe. So I decided to utilize the bloom swipe technique that I did in my last video, where it kind of had the stained glass effect. I don't know if I would call it that. It just happens to do that with certain colors, but utilizing the black and white cells and the pillow paint as well. So I chose that for my piece today. So, and the idea is, we're all going to post our collab videos, and then once you watch mine, down in the description box below, I will have links to all the other ladies' videos. So you'll just go and watch them after you watch mine. And, once you get over to their channel, and then they should have theirs in their description box as well, and you can just follow along and go to all their videos, because they are all just fantastic artists. So with that, let's go have some fun with this swipe. All right, for this collab piece, I have a 10 by 10 canvas, and I have put some pillow paint down. You really can't see it, but so that it will adhere to the tape, so the canvas doesn't go flying off. See, it works pretty well. And I have it over to the side. Usually it's centered, obviously, but when I load up my palette knife, I kind of wanted to do it over here so you can see. Normally I do it off camera. So that is the method to my madness of why it's over here right now. Today's pillow is the Glidden Premium in satin. I haven't refilled my eggshell yet, and it's still pretty cool in here. Even though it's warmed up the weather, it's still pretty cool down here, so I can get away with the satin. Come summer, when it gets warmer down here, I will definitely be using more eggshell. However, I've noticed that swipes, you can get away with a thinner pillow, so we'll see. But that looks pretty good. So today's piece, I am going to be utilizing this seems to be my favorite palette knife. This is from Blick, and it says it's number 34. And I'm going to put all the paints on here. This is going to be kind of similar to the last video, where it was negative space and incorporating the black and white pillow cells. I want to kind of do the same concept for this Monarch butterfly collaboration, the colors that I've picked out. So I will put everything on here, and I might use a smaller one also. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you all the colors and their consistencies, and then I will load up the palette knife over here so you can see how that's done, because I haven't really done that yet. So going in order of how I'm going to load them up. Well, actually, let's just do the cell activator first. This, I'm going to be using just the the Amsterdam Oxide Black cell activator mixed with the Australian Floetrol at 4:1. I'm not sure if you can get that consistency, but all right, so my first color paint is going to be Jo Sonja Indian Yellow, and these are all mixed with the Infinity Jo Sonja pouring medium. I did add Bear in a couple of them, and I will tell you which ones I did. This one is just the Infinity Joe Sonia. There's the consistency of that one. And then my next color is Atelier Interactive Red Gold. It's a nice kind of a rusty orange color. And there's that consistency. And then I have this little piggy pigment called Golden Peach. For some reason, I always want to call it Georgia Peach. I start to say Georgia, and no, it's Golden Peach. But this is, I mean, it's literally, I mean, it's a nice pinky peach color with a gold undertone. And this is what it looks like mixed up. I did add a little dollop of the Bear 8300 in here. You can see it's thicker than normally when I mix up pigments. All right, the next color, I actually made my own. I took the Atelier Red Gold. I mixed up a little cup of this, and then I added a few squirts of the quinacridone Burnt Orange, the golden fluid. Oops, sorry about that. And I came up with this kind of rusty brown color. I probably should have added some Bear to that just to thicken it up a little, but we're gonna roll with it. And then my next color is just the golden fluid, the quinacridone Burnt Orange. And this one I did add some of the Bear 8300, and it's still a little bit thin, but we'll just go with it. And finally, my last color is the golden fluid, the iridescent bright gold. I've got a little, this one's been mixed up for a while. I really want to use it up. So that's that consistency. Now I'm going to start with this. And what I usually do, and I'll show you, but if you're going to load all of your colors onto the palette knife and swipe this way, you want to put your cell activator first. And then whatever order you decide you want your colors in, like if you're laying them down on a bloom, usually say, for example, you're going to put yellow down first, then red, then purple for a bloom, right? You're going to do the opposite on here because it's flipped, because then you put your cell activator last over here for a bloom. But for the palette knife swipe, I put the cell activator first, and then for the example used over here, okay, I'm going to put the purple first, then I'm going to put the red, then I'm going to put the yellow, because when you flip it over and you swipe, it's kind of the same of what you would have layered already on here had you put the paint here. So I learned that one the hard way once. And I'll show you. So the first thing I'm going to put on here is my cell activator. And I usually just put a healthy amount on with my little stick. And if there's too much, you can just let it fall back into the cup like that. All right, so my first color I'm going to put down, because I want this closest to the cell activator, is the Joe Sonia Indian Yellow. So we'll just put it, doesn't have to be, you know, any specific way on here. I just kind of plop it on there. The next one I want to put on is some of the Atelier Interactive Red Gold. And then the third color I'm going to put on is this little piggy, there I go again, the Golden Peach. Golden Peach Jody. The fourth color is going to be the mix I made with the burnt orange and the red gold. And then this one is the, and you kind of got to do this a little bit quicker so it doesn't fall off your palette knife. You want to keep it really straight. If you start to move it around, your colors will drip off. Now this is the straight up burnt orange. And then the last one I'm going to do is the gold. And it's starting to drip. So I gotta, and there we have it. Now where am I gonna put you? I am gonna start right here. Just like that. Wow. Oh, that turned out better than I thought. Now I'm going to move this to the middle. That was a little awkward for me. So you get the idea of how to load up the palette knife. I'm just going to do the rest off camera. But I really wanted to show you since I really hadn't. And I've had a few questions about it. And I want to make sure you guys get all the good details. I think I'm going to do another swipe with this same palette knife I did. And then I might switch over to the smaller one. But I'm going to do the same order. Like so. All right, I'm gonna go right here. Kind of wanted some semblance since these colors, the color palette was Monarch Butterfly colors. I wanted to try and get a semi abstract butterfly shape, and if it holds, gosh, those cells really, ooh, and I got some good good pillow cells too. I think I'm stopping right there. For once, I'm not going to put too much paint on. I really like what I'm seeing. I'm going to play a little bit here. Actually, I lied. I might put a little bit of cell activator just right here on my smaller one and bring that out. So I've got the black. I also put some of the red gold and the piggy, the golden peach. I think I'm just gonna go right there. Now I'm happy. I don't want to add too much paint. All right, I have a fresh skewer. Some of this will come off, but I just wanted to play a little. I want to try to keep as much as I can. Oops, I shouldn't have gone so far down, but that's fine. I'll just carry it through. I'm really loving all these cells in here. I don't even want to touch it. I'm kind of just going on the outside, and this will probably get thrown off, but what's in here I want to kind of keep. I think I'm totally loving this. Move this over. It's starting to move that way a little. All right. I am going to meet you over at the spinner box, and we will see what comes of this. I've got a lot of paint on here. I think I might just try to move some of it over to the edge. Might get a little bit more for that edge. All right, before it starts to get distorted, I think that's a pretty good abstract homage to the Monarch Butterfly Colors collab in and of itself before we make it into the piece it's going to be. I think I want to, a lot of this is going to come off, so I kind of want to move it down a little, but keep it in the middle. And we're going to just spin slowly as I tilt. Up over this way a little bit and come back. Come down a little and over this way just a little. I'm going to spin. It's getting close. Take a little bit more this way. I'm going to try to keep everything up top there. That's good. A spin. Oh wow, that is so cool. Yeah, almost there. I think we're just about there actually. Some really cool cells in here, and it's definitely got a Monarch butterfly vibe to it, albeit a bit abstract. I love the subtle shimmers in there from the gold and the golden peach. All right, I just want to move that just a little. Okay. All right. I think we're there. I think we are there. All right. There's what that one looks like. I'm going to get cleaned up and I will bring you over for the flyover of this one. All right, here is the flyover. I just love how I love the black and white cells intermixed with the color. It's just adds it. It just adds something. And I love the shimmers in here. Let me get in a little bit closer so you can see. These are definitely Monarch butterfly colors. I wasn't sure if adding the golden peach would do something funky to it, but it just fit right in. Just gorgeous. This turned out way better than I even imagined. I had an idea in my head and it went that way, but it went actually a little bit further in a good way. So I am super pleased with this. And I love how just the black and the white, it mixes with the colors right here, almost giving it like a feathering effect. And up through here too. So cool. I cannot wait to see this dried. I will be back once this is dried to show you the results. And I'm back to show you the dried results of the piece you just saw me do, and it dried beautifully. I mean, I actually felt like I had control over this one. Because sometimes you just don't have control of the outcome and you try to do the best you can. So here it is dry, and you saw it wet, and you saw it even before I started moving it around. I was kind of paying homage not only to colors of the Monarch butterfly palette, but I wanted it to kind of abstractly resemble a Monarch butterfly, and I think I achieved that with this. I mean, it's obviously not a perfect, it's a bit more abstract, but here's kind of get all the shimmers as a whole before I bring it in for a close-up. But I mean, again, I really just love utilizing the negative space and also the, you know, the softer cells you get, the black and white pillow cells. But I've stunned myself with all these different cells. And I got a few of the little stained glass ones that I was kind of talking about, and I love how this kind of divided it and stayed that way, so it actually looks like butterfly wings. Move over so you can see better, and I can see what I'm doing as I'm guiding this along. And then this just kind of reminded me of like a tail, you know, of one of the more ornate butterflies. So I am super pleased with this. I don't know if I'm going to resin or just varnish it yet. Well, I'll have to think about it. But it's just stunning. I don't want to toot my own horn because I'm not that way, but I was pleasantly surprised at how well the image in my head with how I wanted it to come out happened. So now with that, please go check out all the other ladies' videos that they did. I am super excited. I'm going to go and check out all their videos as well and see what they came up with and what type of blooms they did. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Not only, you know, the piece, but also what you think of the swipe technique. I'm having so much fun with it, and it just seems to, I mean, it seems to bring out your, you know, just your creativeness that much more, utilizing the different cells in there and trying to come up with something, and putting the colors on the palette knife itself as opposed to the canvas. I really had so much fun with this collab piece, and I hope you enjoyed watching this. So with that, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching.